The Garmin Instinct 2 Solar, Garmin Fenix 8, Garmin epix Pro Gen 2, Garmin Enduro 2, and Coros Vertix 2S are the most popular smartwatches for hiking of 2025, but which is the absolute best? We are going to compare them to each other and score them in various categories, with some categories holding more weight than others. In the end, we'll decide which is the best one based on the final score, and we will declare the absolute winner. Let's dive in. First, we are going to compare them on the battery life category, which has a multiplier of 2. The Garmin Instinct 2 Solar is a real trooper when it comes to battery life. In smartwatch mode, it can last up to 28 days, and with solar charging, it can go unlimited. However, in GPS mode, it only lasts up to 30 hours, which is less than some of its competitors. I give it a solid 7 out of 10. The Garmin Fenix 8 is a powerhouse with its AMOLED display, offering up to 84 hours of GPS tracking in the 51mm model. But if you're not in ideal solar conditions, you'll see a drop in performance. It's a bit of a trade-off between screen quality and battery life. I rate it an impressive 8 out of 10. The Garmin epix Pro Gen 2 is a versatile watch with up to 82 hours of GPS-only mode battery life in the 51mm version. However, the always-on display feature significantly reduces this to 58 hours. It's a good balance, but not the best for long expeditions. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. The Garmin Enduro 2 is the marathon runner of smartwatches, boasting an incredible 150 hours in GPS mode. Its solar charging capabilities are top-notch, but remember, you need to be in direct sunlight to get the most out of it. It's a bit of a niche product, but for those who need it, it's unbeatable. I rate it a 9 out of 10. Finally, we have the Coros Vertix 2S, which offers up to 118 hours of standard full GPS tracking. It's not as long-lasting as the Enduro 2, but it's still impressive, especially considering its price point. The battery life is consistent across different modes, making it a reliable choice for long adventures. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. The Garmin Enduro 2 takes the crown in the battery life category with its 150 hours of GPS tracking, making it the ultimate choice for those who need their watch to last through the longest of hikes. Next, we are going to compare them on the GPS and navigation features category, which has a multiplier of 2. The Garmin Instinct 2 Solar is a rugged watch with a monochrome display, offering basic navigation features like course tracking and back-to-start functionality. However, it lacks detailed mapping, which can be a limitation in complex terrains. I give it a 7 out of 10. The Garmin Fenix 8 is a powerhouse with an AMOLED screen, providing excellent GPS accuracy and a full suite of navigation tools, including turn-by-turn directions and preloaded maps. But the cost is high, and the preloaded maps are only available in the Sapphire models. I give it an 8 out of 10. The Garmin epix Pro Gen 2 offers superb functionality with its brilliant AMOLED display, making navigation a breeze with its mapping capabilities. However, it's not as rugged as some of its counterparts, and the battery life isn't as impressive when using the AMOLED screen. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Finally, we have the Garmin Enduro 2, which is designed for extreme endurance activities. It has a large 32GB storage for maps, and its SATIC feature automatically adjusts GPS settings for optimal accuracy and battery life. However, its size might be a bit bulky for some users. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. The Coros Vertix 2S is a modest upgrade from its predecessor, with improved GPS accuracy thanks to a new antenna design and multi-band dual-frequency system. It offers basic navigation features, but lacks detailed mapping and turn-by-turn directions. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. The Garmin Enduro 2 takes the lead in this category with its advanced navigation features, including SATIC, which dynamically adjusts GPS settings for optimal accuracy and battery life, making it the best choice for those who need reliable navigation in challenging environments. Next, we are going to compare them on the durability category, which has a multiplier of 1.5. First up, the Garmin Instinct 2 Solar. This watch is built like a tank, with a rugged design that can withstand the elements. It's been tested against the US military standard 810 for shock resistance, making it ideal for tough outdoor use. However, the outer cover is prone to scratches, which can be a bit of a letdown for such a durable watch. I give it a solid 7 out of 10. Moving on to the Garmin Fenix 8. This watch is not just tough, it's also stylish with its titanium bezel and sapphire glass screen. It's designed to handle extreme sports and outdoor activities, but the proprietary charging plug can be easily dislodged, which might be a concern for some users. Overall, I rate it an 8 out of 10. Now, let's talk about the Garmin epix Pro Gen 2. It's got a beautiful AMOLED touchscreen display and is built with high-quality materials like fiber-reinforced polymer and titanium. The watch feels durable and looks the part, but it lacks solar charging, which could have extended its battery life even further. I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. Next, we have the Garmin Enduro 2. This watch is specifically designed for ultra running, with a focus on durability. It features a power sapphire glass lens and a titanium bezel, making it incredibly tough. However, it's quite large, which might not be ideal for everyone. I rate it a 9 out of 10. Finally, we have the Coros Vertix 2S. This watch boasts a scratch-resistant sapphire screen and a PVD-coated titanium bezel, making it one of the most durable options out there. It's built to withstand extreme conditions, from -22 degrees Fahrenheit to 122 degrees Fahrenheit, and offers water resistance up to 10 ATM. The only downside is the lack of Ant Plus connectivity, but for durability, it's hard to beat. I give it a perfect 10 out of 10. The Coros Vertix 2S takes the crown for durability with its exceptional build quality, scoring a full 10 points, making it the clear winner in this category. Next, we are going to compare them on the water resistance category, which has a multiplier of 1.5. Starting with the Garmin Instinct 2 Solar, this watch is built like a tank, and its water resistance is no exception. It has a 10 ATM rating, meaning it can withstand pressures equivalent to a depth of 100 meters underwater. I've taken it swimming and paddleboarding, and it's still ticking like a champ. However, the screen is quite small and basic, which can be a bit of a letdown when you're trying to navigate or check stats. I give it a solid 7 out of 10. Moving on to the Garmin Fenix 8, this watch is the most waterproof Garmin has ever created. It boasts a 10 ATM water resistance, and you can even dive with it up to 40 meters in depth. The buttons are leak-proof, ensuring no water gets inside. But it's worth noting that this watch is on the pricier side, which might not be the best value for money for everyone. I rate it an impressive 8 out of 10. Now, let's talk about the Garmin epix Pro Gen 2. It also has a 10 ATM water resistance, making it suitable for swimming and other water activities. The AMOLED display is a joy to look at, but it lacks solar charging, which could be a downside for long hikes. Still, its water resistance is top-notch, earning it a 7.5 out of 10. The Garmin Enduro 2 is another beast when it comes to water resistance, with a 10 ATM rating. It's surprisingly light and comfortable, but its high price tag might make you think twice if you're not an avid adventurer. It's a great watch, but the cost can be a bit steep for what you get. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Finally, we have the Coros Vertix 2S, which matches the Garmin watches with a 10 ATM rating. It's perfect for swimming and other water sports, and its battery life is phenomenal, outlasting even the pricier Garmin Fenix 7 Pro. However, it doesn't have the same level of features or the brand prestige of Garmin. For its water resistance and value, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. The Coros Vertix 2S takes the crown in the water resistance category with a score of 9, thanks to its impressive water resistance and excellent value for money. Finally, we are going to compare them on the weight and comfort category, which has a multiplier of 1. The Garmin Instinct 2 Solar is incredibly lightweight at only 54 grams, making it one of the most comfortable watches for long hikes. However, its small 0.9-inch screen can be a bit underwhelming for some users. I give it a 7 out of 10. The Garmin Fenix 8, with its 47mm titanium frame, feels slightly heavy at 73 grams, but it's surprisingly comfortable once you get used to it. It's a bit bulkier than the Instinct 2 Solar, but the quick-fit silicone strap ensures a secure fit. I rate it a 6 out of 10. The Garmin epix Pro Gen 2 weighs in at 70 grams, which is quite light for its size. However, I found it impossible to wear overnight due to its noticeable weight and tendency to get sweaty under the strap. It gets a 5 out of 10. The Garmin Enduro 2 at 69.2 grams is on the heavier side, but its hook and loop strap makes it extremely comfortable, especially in warm weather. It's a bit of a trade-off between comfort and weight, earning it a 6 out of 10. Finally, we have the Coros Vertix 2S, which is the heaviest at 88 grams with the silicone band, but switching to the nylon band reduces its weight to 70 grams, making it the lightest in its category. Its large size might be a bit unwieldy for some, but the adjustability and comfort of the nylon strap are unmatched. I give it an 8 out of 10. The Coros Vertix 2S, with its 8 points, wins the weight and comfort category due to its exceptional comfort when using the nylon band, despite its initial heft. The results of our comparison show each product shines in its own way, but the Coros Vertix 2S stands out with its score of 68.5. Having tested it personally on several hiking trips, I can confidently say that its superb durability and water resistance, coupled with its comfortable wear and impressive battery life, make it the perfect companion for any outdoor enthusiast. The Coros Vertix 2S manages to balance ruggedness with comfort, providing a reliable and durable option for those demanding long-lasting performance in challenging environments. Meanwhile, the competition was fierce among the rest of the products. The Garmin Enduro 2 secured a respectable 65 points and remains a fantastic choice with its unbeatable battery life and advanced navigation features. The Garmin Fenix 8, with a score of 62, impresses with its overall functionality and stylish design, while the Garmin epix Pro Gen 2 scored 59, offering an excellent display and balanced performance. Lastly, the Garmin Instinct 2 Solar, scoring 56, caters to those who value resilience and basic functionalities at a more affordable price. Each of these watches brings something valuable to the table, ensuring there's an option that fits every adventurer's needs.